Chasity. Just responding to your video about dreams. Sorry it took so long, because I noticed you posted it 5 days ago. 5 days ago? Naturally, I'm on YouTube sometimes and all over the internet, just doing various things. Have a lot on my plate right now. But dreams are a very interesting topic for me. Well, more so before than now. Before I was really interested in them. I obsessed about them. You'd said I'd seen in the comments section about lucid dreams, and that was my forte at one time before. I'd read some Castaneda. Maybe you heard of him. If not, it's an interesting read. I think he's full of BS, but that's my opinion. But he seems to have stolen ideas from other religions and paths, and those paths seem to have merit. So Carlos Castaneda's path described in his books about the Toltec sorcerer Don Juan Matus, they seem to have merit too in some ways, but in many people's opinion that's only because the ideas given in the books were already given by other religions and philosophical paths. So, whatever your opinion, if and when you read him, the ideas in that book really inspired me. So I studied lucid dreaming mostly. And at one point, I arrived at the point where I could remember close to 20 dreams every night. But I found out later that's because I have odd conditions. It's connected to the migraine aura, I believe. But I could be wrong. Most people don't dream 20 times every night. Or if they do, they can't wake up often enough to remember all of them. So 20 times every night is not normal. The number of those that were lucid, one time I had 15 in one night. Most of the time I'd have maybe 2 or 3 every night. But I learned pretty fast that's not healthy. The mind needs... No. The mind needs downtime, or it will break down. So, in more recent times, I'm not that interested in lucid dreams anymore. It was fun for some time, but I learned it's more interesting, even when you become lucid, to let the dream go wherever it wants. That teaches you more if you want to learn. If you only want to have fun, and that's not a bad thing. But if you only want to have fun, that's fine. Try to control the dream. That's okay. But you can learn more about yourself and the world by letting the dreams go. Free. You'd said about your dreams that you had in common with your mother. That was interesting. I'm not sure if that's common or not. I don't know. I've never studied that subject. You'd maybe have an interesting story to tell there with that. I think that's worth looking into. Anyway, I'd like to hear more about that. Do you have any other dreams in common like that? I do have some perceptual experiences in common with my mother connected to the migraine aura, from what I can tell. But it's not the same thing as having dreams in common. For the experiences in common with my mother, what that is, she has, from what I can tell by talking with her, she has the visual fog and sometimes sees cats in it. She thinks she's seeing her cats. She has two very different looking, but she thinks she sees them out of the corner of her eye. Cat. But when she looks, the cat's not there. And sometimes she'll see that same cat over there. So, couldn't be there recently. That's a kind of visual experience a lot of people with even just a little bit of the migraine aura phenomenon would have. Trying to think, what else? Well, we talked about flying dreams, and you asked what's a common recurring dream theme. So, I'll answer that. Flying was part of my common dream experience in the past. I still do sometimes, but it's not that common anymore. Most of the time, we fly over mountains with trees all over, and you can see detail. My God, the detail. You could focus and see the individual leaves on the trees from high up. Mountains down here, you're flying miles ahead. It was just like being an eagle. And the colors, very vivid, strong.